that there's going to be some difficult decisions to be made for David Adelman. And look, you know, getting run during the season will help you. If you do get called on again, once you've had to go out of the rotation, you never know. Injuries, foul trouble, anything on a given night. The fact that a lot of these guys have played important stretches is going to be helpful.
I thought it was interesting, David Adelman talking about Peyton Watson and saying, you know, he had one role when we were whole at the beginning of the year, got off to the 10-2 start. But then, because of the injuries, he showed us elements of his game that make it so that even when he's back, and they're hoping he's back soon, David Adelman is going to have to access parts of him that he didn't have to the first 12 games.
Well, but that's also part of when you have injuries and stuff like that, other players are able to step up. Now you find something. Players can get confidence. Players can find their shooting stroke. So when you have these injuries, there's a silver lining that you try and find. But they have a bunch of guys. I think even Tyus Jones, a quality backup in this league. Assist to turnover ratio, always one of the best, and that's what you want with your second unit. So you never know when you might have to win a game without a point guard. You might have to win a game because somebody goes down. So to have these guys on your bench that know the system and can play the right way, it's so valuable.
124-87, Denver in front. 42 points off the bench tonight for the Nuggets. Nikola Jokic with a triple-double, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 13 assists. Fourth different season he's had at least 25 triple-doubles, matching Russell Westbrook for the most such seasons.
Ryan, do you know where you were 6 years ago today?
I do. I was in Dallas calling the Mavs and the Nuggets with Doris Burke, Tom Rinaldi, our producer Ian Gruca, our director Jeff Evers.
You had, you had the whole crew?
Because it was the day the NBA shut down. We called the final game. You were waiting in Sacramento, Richard, for a game that didn't happen.
Yeah.
We had the final game between Nuggets and Mavs before the season shut down because of COVID 6 years ago today.
I was working that night in Bristol. I was still in Sports Center, and I remember we got the news because the second game was Utah, right? And
Utah and Sacramento.
And that's when it began, right there. And you know, I remember walking out that night, and no one really knew exactly what was happening, or how long it was going to go on. And they just said, "Hey, look, go home." The producers say, "Go home, and you know, we'll get back in touch. You know, maybe a couple weeks, you'll be out." I didn't
months
go back.
later.
Yeah,
months later.
Months. I mean, I've only been in Bristol a handful of times since, and I was basically going up there every week at the time. So how long that lasted, it's amazing, though. That was 6 years ago.
6 years ago already. Pretty crazy. Life was,
by the way,
strange for a while.
You kept naming people. Can you name more people that were in the truck that night? Because you got a pretty extensive list.
I did. We had a great crew.
Who was the runner that night? Who drove you?
Who brought the coffee?
Question.
Who was the driver?
Oh, who was our runner that night? We had an amazing crew. They were taking great care of us. I can't remember.
He's trying to think right now.
I know he is. It's going to bother him.
But
he's not remembering this. We were joking. It's going to bother you.
I can remember when our stage manager that I can remember. I was so conscious of germs, saw everything was developing. I remember she had touched the open part of the top of my hot water, and I was like, "Oh, I can't drink that one. I'm not drinking that one tonight." Jennifer Paris was our stage manager that night. Dallas
we all
staple.
know Jen. That's great.
Yeah, Jen's a Dallas staple. Okogie buries the three. Boy, fellas, we've covered a lot of ground in this fourth quarter.
A lot of treading water.
Yeah. Those legs tired, Richard?
Yeah, it's like a back-to-back.
This will be the largest loss of the season for the Rockets. Just 2 games after they had set that mark against San Antonio. Denver takes the violation. The Nuggets will claim the season series against Houston. Could be big in tiebreakers. An authoritative